I don't know what's of you. No.
All right. Let me get this out. Silas.
Which one?
If you're watching the replay, just go ahead and skip ahead. Uh-oh, here we go. I need to mute myself here. All right, we sent that. All right, let's get the sheet up. Bit. All right, we are ready to get started.
I am too.
Hey, shh, you're supposed to be quiet. Oh, there we go, share. 3. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me, if you can see me. Sit down, Bug.
What did I actually do?
Let me know, let me know. Watch your show. That's not it. All right, so I like to start things on time. So I'm Ari from learnwithari.com,
I
arielhale.com.
am Silas.
Yes, you are. Silas is here as usual, so he will probably interrupt us and all that stuff. But I need you guys to confirm if my screen is too blurry because I don't have a great connection here. I will have to turn off the video streaming. That should help. So you know, tell me, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. My face isn't important. My screen is on is more important. So can you guys see that? Do I need to like zoom in? Is that better? Perfect. Hey, Rachel. Okay.
Hello.
Rachel, drop your websites and socials and stuff so people can follow you. Okay, so basically I'm going to break down different ways you can hit $1 million in your business. I'm not guaranteeing you will do this. This is not financial advice. This is really just an exercise in how to like break down the numbers and see what's possible for you. And then I'm going to do a few different industries and stuff so you guys can see like what the options are for you to participate. Did it actually zoom in on here? I zoomed in on my end, so I don't know if it actually did it. Hopefully it's showing for you guys that it zoomed in. Yeah, so, you know, I'd love for you guys to participate as far as like ideas for income sources because, okay, I need to zoom in way more, it looks like. That's about as far as I can zoom in on here. Yeah, so anyway, let's get started. So we have a spiritual business, right? So these are like for my tarot card or my psychics, my intuitive, people who are doing readings and stuff. And I'm not saying you can do this in a year, right? And this, it's, you know, the process is simple. Doing the actual work is hard. It requires capital, time. It's a grind, but, you know, I want you to see it. So first, you know, we always break down our numbers by quarter, month, week, and day, right? So all I did here was, you know, take $1 million. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to share this with you guys also so you can make a copy of it. Jesus, this is big. I'm going to drop this in the chat for you as well. And we're just going to build it as we go. I can be on here for an hour and a half before I have to dip. And then, yeah. All right. So here we go. Boom. All right. So we just take 1 million divided by 4. This is what you need to make a quarter. This, 1 million divided by 12 is what you need to make a month. 1 million divided by 52 is what you need to make a week. And then this is what you need to make a day, right? Okay, so then we have our income sources. Let's say you have a day job. That is an income source, right? No, keep your headphones on. If you have a day job, let's just say you're doing like 50, right? So this is all filled out to populate. You're doing 50 a year. All right, so you have 950 to go. Now, what can spiritual businesses do as far as creating more income, right? You can do your readings. All right, let's call it, let's be specific, one-on-one readings.
Your pencil drop.
Thank you, baby.
Your phone.
Oops. All right, so we can do one-on-one readings. What else can we do? You can do tarot spreads, right? And so if you are a tarot reader, I've seen people actually sell different like spread templates where they create spreads and then they tell you, like, when you pull your cards, this is what this means. The second card means this. The third card means that. Different ideas for that. Look it up. It's on Etsy. What else can you do? You can have a physical product store, right? Or you can sell products, kits, oils, sprays, all of the things that you can potentially make. Hey, girl. Hey, Andre, thanks for showing up. What else can we do? Oh, live events. Those are big. And these don't have to be really huge things. Let's set some criteria here also. So, sorry, we're going to say year, month, week, and day, right? So I'll just break these numbers down. Oops. Sorry, working too fast. All right, so we're going to take this divided by 12. This divided by, I think there's 52 days in a year. 365 days. Okay, so remaining for the year. Silas, be quiet, please. Okay, so sorry. I'm trying to get a little organized here. So bear with me 1 second. I'm just setting up some formulas. Where did my stuff go? Bear with me, bear with me. Oops. Okay, so what I'm doing basically is I'm grabbing the totals from everything we're going to talk about based off of the month, week, and year. And then we're going to see, like, as you guys fill this out and start thinking of ideas, okay, what do I need to make? And then, if you're not interested in making $1 million in your business, you're interested in, I don't know, doing 100, 200, like, that's fine. This is just helping you see what you need to get done so it's all possible, right? Because numbers are less scary than, oops, that before. Bet, okay, and then I'm just gonna do this minus this, right? So this is gonna show us what we have left to make based off of the ideas that we're putting together. Oops, that one. I did something wrong here. Month minus month. This minus that. This. Okay, I think this is all working now. And then let me just zoom back in. Bet. All right. Okay, so your day job, that's 50,000 a year divided by 4. So that's what we get quarterly. Yeah, that might mess up. I don't remember what it is. Okay, so one-on-one readings, right? Let's just say your readings are Y'all are gonna go
And
crazy.
you know
on me.
these dinosaurs?
Yes, but can I talk about them later?
Yeah.
Let's say your readings are $99 a reading. And if you're not comfortable with that, at least figure out what your livable wage is. So you're charging that for an hour. Like at minimum, you should probably be charging at least for your hour of time, $30, right? And then like, do you meditate, right? Like what is your process to get ready to do readings? You need to account and pay yourself for that time too, right? Like this whole like charging for like $2-5 readings is really doing you guys a disservice. You're gonna burn yourselves out. And like in not wanting to be selfish, you're actually being selfish because you're not able to show up energetically and as prepared and like excited because you're burning yourself out doing too cheap of readings. So let's say, I don't know, you have 4 hours in a day, right? Extra outside of your job to do readings, right? So we're just gonna say 4 times 99. All right. Now we're just gonna work backwards. So this times, well, let's just say this 365 times this. Okay, cool. And now this. Silas, I'm gonna have to excuse you and make you leave the room. I need you to be quiet, buddy.
Why do you have?
So all I'm doing is figuring out what, I guess if you work every day, that's technically true. Okay, sorry. All right, so if my math is right here, you know, like, are you guys, do you kind of understand what I'm getting at right now for like the time being, right? We're coming up with ideas to make money, and then we're breaking down those ideas by quarter. You know, I just lost my train of thought. We're breaking it down by, you know, quarter, month, weekday. All right, so you make $400 a day from reading. And let me know if this is making sense also. Yes, okay, perfect. $400 a day, is this much a week? Is this much a month? La-di-da-di-da, cool. Well, let's just make this realistic also. So, and let's say you're only doing these like 5 days a week, right? 4 hours times 5 times 99. Did I do that right? Yes, okay, no, sorry. This is where I fucked up. Whatever. Okay, so let's say your spreads are, these can be like cheaper, right? These can be like $10 e-things, right? And let's say you sell, I don't know, 5 a day, right? Okay. So then that equals 365. Bear with me because my math might be completely wrong. I'm sorry, guys, 1 second.
I know.
No, sorry, nothing. I've asked you multiple times to stop. So the next time I will walk you out of the room and put you in the toy room where you can stay until I'm finished. Do you understand me? I do not want to tell you again. Do you understand? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, but
No, you're already breaking the rule. Shh.
what is the button for?
Those are people who are looking at this too. Okay, so now let's say you have a store, right? You have an online store, and I don't know, let's say you do an average of, you sell $100 a day on your store, right? All right. And then live events. Let's say you do 2 live events a year, like 2 days, and I don't know, let's say you make $10,000 from each live event, right? You do 2, so 10,000. So let's say you made 20,000 from hosting some type of live event, right? Oh wait, that would be annual, right? Or let's just say for the year you want to make 20,000 hosting a live event, right? You can do that. And then you can teach, right? Group calls. So there may be people who, you know, want to provide the services that you do. You're always going to have competition. So you might as well monetize being able to teach people and establish yourself as the authority, right? You can keep everything to yourself and still have competition, or you can really elevate your brand and your business and bring more awareness to it by being the teacher and the go-to expert, right? There's 2 ways you can look at that. And so let's say, I don't know, let's keep it really easy. Let's say you want to make another 20 in the year from group calls, right? And then you can do a course, right? On anything, like how to do readings, how you run your, tarot business, whatever it is that it may be. You can always teach something, and you can keep it low. You can keep it low if you don't want to charge people a lot of money. All right. Okay, so let me break down the rest of these numbers. So we've made this much from a printable, tarot spread printables, right? Let me see if this is going to populate properly for me, and I can just drag it down. Okay, maybe. Nope, that one didn't work. Okay. Okay, so let's say from your course sales, let's say you just want to do $1,000 a month in course sales, right? What's 1,000? Can you sell 10 course sales? We get pictures like, hey, do I try refreshing your screen? Or if I froze, can anyone else let me know? Shit. Okay, I'm going to turn my video off. Give me 1 second. All right, let me know if that's better. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think you guys need to see my face anyway. All right, so can you sell 10 courses a day? So 10 times 99, right? And then we're going to say 99 times 365. Damn. Okay. This divided by 4 equals this divided by 12 equals this divided by 52. Okay. So you can already see, based off having your job, doing readings in your spare time, having, cheap, $10 is cheap digital products, having an online store, doing an online event, doing group calls, having a course, all of these things can come together and help you to hit your $1 million goal, or whatever your goal, needs to be, right? And so then you can start plugging in, well, my online store, I know I can sell more than $100 a day. So maybe I can do 500, right? Why did my number? Oh, it went up. Oh, no, it went down. But you can start, like playing with these numbers and really seeing, all right, like what is possible for me? Where can I ramp things up in my business, right? So it's like, you don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to be in tech. You guys have to step outside of the box in your current industry and business and think, okay, how can I create more offers, right? And, again, your day job is a great source of income to have, right? It helps fund everything in your business. Oh, we only have 200,000 more to go. All right. So by just doing this, what we set up here, right? And again, none of this is overnight. I'm not making that claim, right? But just doing this, what we broke down, this is already bringing you to like almost $800,000, if you were to do it, right? Just from these things. And so this is what? This was, 2 live events, right? Group coaching calls. So, you can basically charge each person and do like a group of 5, charge them, I don't know, like, $50. I don't know, whatever it is you want to be. We can talk about pricing and packaging and stuff for that later. These are the ways in your spiritual business that you can make money. And then this doesn't even consider that if you built up a brand on Instagram mainly, sometimes Twitter or YouTube, you can get paid by other companies to talk about their products and share them with people, do sponsored posts and content, which is a couple hundred to a couple thousand per piece of content, right? Okay, so now let's do. Is this making sense so far? Like, does this help as far as what I was talking to you guys about? And then after I do tech, I'll do like a service business, like agency model. And then maybe if there's time, maybe real estate, but I'm gonna need your guys' help with real estate because that's not my jam. All right, so now tech. And by tech, this can be coding, DevOps, project management. Let me take a sip of something to drink. Give me your feedback, guys. Is this making sense? Because if you're stuck on something or I went too fast or it's not making sense, I want to make sure, you know, I'm slowing down and breaking it down more. Okay, perfect. So if you're in tech, obviously you're making a little bit more. So I don't know, let's say you're making 100K in tech, right? Okay, perfect, thank you. Hey, Leah, don't worry. This is going to be up on YouTube. It's the same link, so you can come back when I'm done with the live and it'll replay. Just skip like 5 minutes ahead because it's me like trying to get organized. Okay, so you have a tech job. You can do freelance work, right? Freelance, or let's just say subcontracting, right? Oh, thank God. Yeah, it's gonna be up on YouTube for you guys, so don't worry about that. You know, just hang in there, and I'm basically gonna go over the same thing. I'm sorry, Silas.
Sorry.
It's loud.
Sorry.
You're distracting my brain.
What?
Okay, so and then you have digital products, right? So people will ask you, how did you get started in tech? What was your study plan? How can I learn XYZ language, right? Oh, sorry, you can do like PDFs, ebooks. You can do a course. You can be a coach, mentor. I'm gonna take this away from you because of you guys. I'm sorry. 1 second. I need to excuse him from the room because he thinks I'm playing around.
Sorry, Mommy. Sorry.
Are you gonna be quiet? I don't understand why I have to keep asking you. Thanks. Okay, you can coach or mentor people. You can be a tech influencer. Okay, so let's break each of these down. And let's figure out your hourly rate too. So that would be divided by 8. Oh, that's it. No way. I didn't do something right here. This divided by, okay, wow. Am I tripping? I have to be doing this wrong. That seems low. There we go. Okay. I was like, I know that's more than that. All right. So let's say you're making, your job pays you $52 an hour. All right. So for your freelancing, you're going to triple that. And let me tell you why. Do I want to see what this? Oh yeah. Hey, Elson. Okay. So you want to, well, I don't know, depend on the type of work you're doing, right? So let's just say 2.5 times. And you need to basically double or triple what you make at work because you have to pay taxes. You're in charge of expenses, business shit that comes up. You need to market yourself and, maybe you need a team, maybe you need to hire. So yes, like your job pays you less because they're taking on the expenses and the overhead. But you as a freelancer need to charge more because you're a business and you will have expenses and overhead and taxes and you better pay the tax man. Okay, so this is what your hourly rate is going to be here. And let's say you have 3 hours a weekday, right? Plus, let's say 8 hours over the weekend, right? Oops. All right, so you have 31 free hours a week times this, right? Okay, so let's do some math here. I may do this wrong. So we're going to take our rate, right? What did we say? This was a week, right? Okay, that, and then times 52. Shit, that's not bad. If I'm doing the math right on this, feel free to correct me. So you can make an extra $200,000 in a year freelancing, you know, by billing 31 hours a week at $130 per hour. I know that's not realistic. Okay, charge what you're comfortable charging, replace the number in the cell, like, you know, just follow what I'm saying. All right. Whoa, why don't you like that? Why are you mad? Okay. I don't have time to play games with you, so there we go. Why is... Hold on, guys. Sorry, the formula here is picking up something. Oh, I see what I did. I'm silly. I'm silly. I need to zoom out for a second. Let me fix this. So this is basically just saying take the total of everything you added or that I put in here. Okay, and then, yep, all right, and then this. All right, so this equals 130 times this. I think I'm doing that right. Okay. Okay, and then this. What the fuck? It's gonna bother the crap out of me. All right, we're gonna move on. Oh, that's the problem. Ah, gotcha. Okay, I figured it out. So this is going to be 130 times 31 times 52. Not to what happened there. Okay. Then 52 weeks, and then this. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily so much pay attention to the weekend day for this tech one. This is like, you know, what you want to be doing a month. And then what's going to matter to you here is that, you know, your billing. So you're making this a month, you work 160 hours a month, right? And then this is what you would bill. Okay, I think we're back on track here. Let me just check something. And then this divided by this. Okay, so that's about 4 hours of working a day. Okay, cool. So you know what you're supposed to be making a day freelancing. PDFs and ebooks. So you saw that, you know, Kevin, the mystery one, the _mystery_1, just sold an ebook for $1 to help you guys and got 100 sales for that, right? So I think it's been over, you know, 3 days. Bees released an ebook for $20, right? Tara released an ebook for $20, right? So like you can definitely package your information that gives people a game plan and actionable steps. Crap, I forgot to zoom in. And gives people actionable steps, helps them achieve something, and sell that, right? And so that way, you know, when people have questions and stuff for you, you're compensating yourself for that time to do it, right? So let's just say you have, you know, an ebook for $20, and let's say you get, I don't know, 4 DMs a day, right? You make 4 sales a day. Cool. And then we're going to take our sales a day times 365 and same thing. Oh, come on. All right, so you can make, if you sell 4 ebooks, $20 ebooks a day, help 4 people, You can make $562 a week just by sending somebody a link saying, you know what, I laid this all out here for you. It's step-by-step, everything you need. And, you know, I'm charging for it. You don't even need to explain why you're charging for it. But, you know, people sometimes need to spend money in order to take action, right? So if you make it affordable, that's great. You could price your stuff wherever you want, though. Up to you guys. So, okay. We're at 338. We have 600 more to go. All right. So consult calls, right? You can be a coach, mentor. Basically, this is consults, right? You're helping people to achieve something, okay? And let's say you're only comfortable, you know, charging what you would charge for freelancing, right? The more you charge, the more serious people are going to come to you and not like waste your time with stuff, right? And so let's say you do 2 of these a day for 1 hour, right? And let's say you do these 5 days a week, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then this times, what, roughly 4 weeks would be, stylish, a year. So let's do, oops, this times 12. Okay. And then, oops, that should be 4. Cool. So now you're at 400. Now let's say you have a course, and tech is a little more goes into tech, right? You have to like have software and manage people and stuff. So let's say it's $199, and let's say you sell 2 courses a day. Come on, why are you messing with me? Why are you messing with me? Alrighty, and then let's say you sell 10 of these a week. I like doing this better. This times 52, and then breaking it down. All right, so you can do 100,000, right, in course sales at selling 2 a day or 10 a week, right? So now what? We're halfway there, right? I don't know about you, like that would feel good enough for me, right? And it's not like you're going to be working on your course every single day. You put, you know, like 2 weeks to a month of work into it, make it really good, check your competition is missing, and then, you know, yeah. All right. So obviously you can increase your numbers, you know, with this stuff, right? Like, but this just here, like doing kind of the bare minimum, you know, with your extra free time, this can put you at 500,000 for the year. Is this making sense? Like, does this seem like it's more doable for you guys? And so, you know, when like, you know, Hugo and Stan and Tara, they're telling you guys like, stop wasting your time after work, stop bullshitting. Like, this is what your time could be going to so that you're in this position, right? I don't know if this is making sense to you guys. All right, so let's do service. Actually, I want to do one other thing really quickly, because I want to prove and show to you guys that it's possible with your time. If you're a parent, yes, it's going to be a little bit hard, but you're going to be more efficient. You know, we parents are very efficient. We know how to make the most of our time. So, you know. Okay, so I'm just going to model after me. 12 a.m. to 8 a.m., that's basically sleep time, right? Give me a second. How do I think this is what I want. No. Oops. Yes, there we go. Okay. So I'm sleeping, 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 sleeping. Oh crap, sleeping. Sorry, OCD. And let's say from 9 to 6 here you're working.
That's the same as a pepper.
And then let's say 7 to 8. Okay, we'll just say this is like free time over here to do stuff. Why do I keep missing one? So we're just going to block this out. We're going to grade that out. We can't use that time. Right. Okay. And then let's say like from, you know, this time over here, it's like family dinner, all that good stuff. Family dinner, kids, bedtime, whatever it is, fill that with like your evening obligations for the day. And this is pretty much going to be consistent from your parent. Right? Okay, so we can't use that time. Oh, wait, you're not working on Sunday either. My bad. Alrighty. So you got this free. You got this free. You got this free. Right? What could you be doing with all this time? Right? So let's say you can study here.
I'm not
You
saying
can go to the gym here. Lunch here. Chill here. You can make money all through here, while still be able to do the shit you like to do, right? Same thing down here, right? So it's like when you take the time to figure out where your time is going, this helps, and then you map out and allocate time to what needs to happen and what's going on. Like you guys can see, like you're probably spending all of this bullshitting, being on social media, you know, I know, Silas, scrolling Twitter, scrolling Instagram, watching TV, when you can still do those things. Just give yourself an hour, you know, to do it, set alarms, be responsible, be disciplined. You can still study, go to the gym, chill, make money. If you're not a parent, you can, you know, hang out with friends, right? You can, like, this whole thing can be hang out with friends if you wanted to, right?
Friends and family,
yes.
always together.
Always together. So, you know, this, if you map out your time, you see like you have enough time to do stuff. You're not being organized and you're not scheduling what you need to be doing, you know? All right. So anyway, I'm lecturing you guys. Okay. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Yes. All right. So we're going to do a service-based business, right? And let's say you don't even have a day job. Let's just use, I don't know, I did project management, right? Okay. Whew. So you're going to have client retainers. What else can we do? We're going to have info products. You can have a course. You can do consulting. And then you can do coaching. And then let's just, I don't know, let's make it difficult. Let's just do these things right here. Okay. So, and then let's say like what's realistic starting out. I definitely feel like you can do 10,000 a month to get started, right? Okay, $300 a day, a week, a month. Okay, and then your service-based business. So let's say your average package, let's say you want to take no more than, I don't know, 3 clients, you're solo. Okay, so you know your retainer price per client needs to be at least this amount, right? For 3 clients to make 10,000. Info products. Let's say, or I don't know, let's say like you have an average of $69 for your info products. Your course is $299. Your consulting rate is, well, let's see what your consulting rate would actually be. Just base your numbers. If you're doing this divided by 160, 188, okay, and then we said that we're going to times by 3. Okay, so that's about right, $500. And then let's say you do coaching for, this is a month, so $600. Well, yeah, keep it easy. $600 a month in coaching. Okay. And then let's go back to our time, right? So with, or well, let's just see how much time that we have. So we have 8 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, yeah, 15 hours, right? Or sorry, I'm really bad at math, so give me a second, guys. All right, so we have 16 hours over the weekend, right? And then if we're sleeping, let's say we sleep for 8 hours, we're working on client work, so you have 8 hours left on weekdays, right? All right, so, and then let's just keep it conservative. Let's just say we have 30 hours left. Okay, so this is your extra time a week for other shit. Okay, so weekends, let's say you can take, you only have energy to do 3 consulting calls each weekday. So that's 6 calls a week. Okay, so 6 times 500. Right, that's when you do your consulting calls. And there's 4 weeks in a month, or sorry, let's make it a little more accurate here. So this. All right, that ain't bad, huh? 6 calls over the weekend. And I don't want to hear the excuse that that's so expensive, that's so much, because there are people who happily pay this. If you are creating content, establishing yourself as an authority, how do you do that? Follow what I've done with my threads. People happily pay me this, you know, and don't even blink. It's fine, right? And like, this doesn't consider like corporate clients, businesses and stuff, right? So like, follow what I've done with threads and showcase your expertise, give away your systems and processes. The people who are going to copy and steal from you weren't going to pay you for a consult call anyway. They were just going to steal it from somebody else. At least they'll promote your content for free, right? Okay, and then this is a day. So I don't know, let's just say, okay, I don't know if I did this right exactly. So, sorry. Okay, so this is where we're at with consulting, right? You can do over 150 with just 6 calls, 3 and 3 over the weekend, right? It seems a lot more doable. All right, so then let's talk about coaching. All right, you can coach someone one-on-one through some type of objective, right? These consult calls are 1 hour, right? You should be getting to the point and being able to help someone accomplish what they need within an hour. Coaching is, you know, long-term. And usually, like, you know, if I were doing coaching, it would be like a 1 hour call a week, but I'm very structured, right? Like, you have forms you need to fill out. We talk about your goals and what you want to focus on for the next 3 months. Okay. So for coaching, right, that's $600 a month. That's 4 calls, right? Email support. Okay. So let's say you're spending, I don't know, 6 hours per client coaching, right? So you're under actually what you need to be charging, you know, that you would be for consulting, right? Like, they're getting you at a deal at this point. If you're doing 4 hours and then email support and whatever, really, let's say it's like 10 hours, right? You should be charging more for your consulting. For your coaching. Anyway, that's besides the point. Okay. So if you know that we're doing at least, well, I don't know, let's say if it's $600 a month and it's 2 hours per client.
2 hours a day?
And let's just say you have 4 clients that you're doing this with. Sorry, I'm trying to like come up with like realistic examples for you guys. So I want to make sure that, okay, so we said that we're gonna do, I love you too. Oops. So consulting, we're giving 6 hours. All right, then coaching. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Let me share my screen again. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to do this realistically so you guys can see where time is going, right? Okay, so we have this total time minus this, minus that, minus that, minus that. Oh, come on. All right, 40 hours left. Okay, so if coaching, let's say 2 hours per client, and we have 40 hours left a week, what else are we doing here? Okay, let's just say you want to do 20, right? We have 20 hours left.
I need my backpack.
You have to wait.
Come on.
So 20 divided by 2. So let's say you can take, sorry. Sorry. Silence, it's enough. I'm losing my train of thought. Come on, sit down, please. You see what I'm trying to figure out? Okay, so we have, it's 2 hours a week per client, right? And we have 20 hours left in a week, right? So what, that's 10 hours available for clients, okay, right? I don't know what I'm trying to do here. What would you add or change if coaching is your main service? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, I guess if I wanted to base the bulk of my business around coaching, well, I would easily start charging more. Like that would be the first thing I would do, right? And then if I have 20 hours, okay, I can take, that's what I was trying to figure out. I can take 10 clients a week, right? I can do 10 calls a week. So basically I can take 10 coaching clients, right? So let's just say we raised our price, right? And we can take 10 clients a month, right? So that times 12. Sorry, thanks for bearing with me. I forgot what I was trying to figure out with this example. Okay, so we figured with our spare time, right, we can allocate about, 2 hours per client per week, right? And we have 40 hours left. I need you guys to be quiet, please. So we have 40 hours left in a week outside of sleeping and doing client work. And then we're going to use half of that time towards, or some of this time left towards consulting and coaching, right? And then you still have 20 hours left in the week to be like a normal person. If I'm doing my math right, let's pretend like this is all right and making sense. Okay. Now, info products, things you could sell if you're a service. So like I did project management. If you're in marketing, you can sell your systems, right? You can sell your templates. You can sell your workflows, right? You're going to have clients who may not ever be ready to work with you. They're just people who want to do things themselves. They want to implement it themselves, right? They're fine doing that. So you might as well have something for them to be able to do that. And then a lot of times they'll just take that information and not really like understand and have the experience to complete it and will just come to hire you anyway. So like have this step ready and available for them. So like if we can do 5 sales a day at 69, right? Right, so like that's 115,000 in a year. selling 5, templates, systems, workflows a day, right? And you can run sales, like when you launch something, when you launch a new product, like that's when you're going to have the most sales for it typically, because it's new, people are excited, it's probably the lowest it'll ever be before you start ramping up your prices, right? And so then throughout the year, you might do like a Black Friday sale or a quarterly sale. That'll give you another spike in sales where you'll surpass your daily, weekly, or monthly goal. And then you'll post about it on social media, like Twitter. If you're tweeting all day, like I do, you can obviously work in, your course and stuff when you're answering people's questions and engaging. But then when you have an email funnel and people get on your list from a freebie, whatever it may be, those emails are selling every day, every other day, every other day for you, right? So that you can focus on doing other stuff in your business. And so that's why it's so important to have an email list that you're engaging and nurturing and providing value for, right? You can't just have a list that's sell, especially if you don't have the budget to keep adding people to that list, right? If you're doing it organic, you have to provide value. You have to give people quick, easy wins. And then you have to have the next step available for them, which is your paid products, right? You need to learn storytelling. You need to learn copywriting. Those are probably the 2 most important skills you have. And, segmenting, I have threads on segmenting, where you need to put the right offer in front of the right person at the right time. So, if from Instagram, if you're seeing that people are buying something completely different than what they're buying from you on Twitter, then, if you put a freebie on Instagram, you need to be able to tag them as from Instagram, and then you can put them in the right funnels to sell them something applicable to what you're talking about on Instagram, right? And then let's say your course. Can you sell 4 courses a day at $2.99, right? Oops, that should be 4. Okay, so we're almost at 1 million here, right? And not a lot of it is from client work, right? Well, I guess kind of. I mean, if you consider consulting and coaching, client work, right? I feel like implementation work, you have a little bit of clients, but you're dedicating the most hours to it. So you probably want to charge more than $3,000 a month, depending on what it is you're providing. But you can do, your consulting, you can do coaching. If you have a team, you can, do consulting and coaching through your team members after. God, are they going to interrupt me again? I swear to God. But here it is, right? And then of course, you can sell more of these things. You can always do more to increase your sales, right? And to get there and hit it. But if you're a service-based business, completely easy way to ramp it up. And let's say you're a nail tech, okay? So your retainers are your clients you get each day. That's actually, I'm not going to use that example. That's completely different, and the price point's way lower. That wasn't the best example. Okay. Are you guys with me? How is this so far? Let me just check out what's going on Twitter. Is this making sense? Has this been helpful? Are you guys alive? Have you fallen asleep? Let me know if you're with me. Super helpful. Okay. Thanks, Kim. Excuse me. I hate hearing people drink and eat in my ear. So I'm sorry I just did that to you guys. Okay. Real estate. I may need your guys' help here if you're in real estate, because I don't know. I don't fucking know, right? Yeah, it's a lot, right? So, and then you guys have this sheet that you can do with, you can make a copy, you can play with the numbers and stuff. But service-based, the easiest thing you can do is just raise your retainer pricing. But anyway, my goal with this, honestly, and I want to make sure like I'm achieving my goal, but my goal with this was to show you guys, is that like, here's how you can break down your numbers by the year, quarter, month, week, and day. These are ideas for your product offerings, right? Your different streams, your different sources, you know, and this is what you do this is what you can do. So even if you don't hit this 900,000, you at least know, okay, like one by one, these are the things that I need to start doing and making available, right? So that I can hit that goal. Thank you, Jason. You know, and I feel like it gives you like a blueprint and makes it seem like, oh shit, like I can do that. Like I can sell 5 of my guide a day, right? And then especially like as you're building your audience and it grows and people are asking you questions, like, you know, it's easy to leave people there. Let me drop this link one more time for anyone who's joining us late. And I'll put this in the email to you guys also. Okay, real estate. I don't know. You can be an agent. What else? You can do wholesaling. What else can you do? What else? I mean, you can have rental properties, right? What else can we do? You can have Airbnb. What else? What else can we do in real estate? I really don't know. You can coach people. You can have products. All right. What does the average real estate agent make? Average real estate agent salary. Damn, it's 82,000 in Vegas. Well, shit. Okay, so according to the Googles, this is the average salary for a real estate agent. Wholesaling, you can sell, you know, the contract. I think, if I'm saying this right, I don't know, look up wholesaling, buy books, do your research. Let's say you do just one deal a month, not 5,000. Your rental property, let's say you just have one and you make 1,200 a month from that one. Or, and then you Airbnb your other rental property. And so what have I paid for Airbnbs per day? Let's just say it's like at 200 a day, right? And if anyone Airbnbs on here, how often is your place booked? Like how many days out of the month? If anyone knows something on that, if not, I'll just put a monthly price in there. You can coach other people in real estate, right? And so let's just keep the coaching at 600. And then you can create products around your marketing systems, your client follow-up, how you keep yourself organized with leads, 15 to 20 days a month. Okay. A month. Okay, so let's just say, let's be conservative, 15 days a month, and we charge $150 a day for the Airbnb. Is that realistic? Okay. So let's just start adding these up. Come on, man. Yep, okay, perfect. Coaching, okay, so let's say I want to coach 4 people a month. Okay, cool. And then your digital products, flips. Okay, that's a good one, flips. I feel like flipping is more of a quarterly thing. And then what's a good, you know, profit from a flip? Like 20,000 minimum. I know it can be a lot more, but I don't know. Let's say like you do 20,000 a quarter from a property you flipped. There's 4 quarters in a year, right? So this times 4, right? Got that right? Okay. And then for digital products, let's say you have a $99 product. And let's say you sell 5 of those a day. All right, let me do some math here. Hopefully this will let me just bring all this down here. Come on, man. Okay, cool. I'll do it like on the conservative side with it then. Okay. And then what did I do? Sorry, I broke something. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. So this actually needs to sum up that this divided by 52. Bring that down. That, okay. Then this. Sorry. So irritating. All right, so for some of these examples, obviously, for real estate, you're probably going to be working on a monthly and quarterly thing, right? So, you know, the quarterly is probably what makes the most sense for real estate. Sorry, I'm going to have to sneeze. So 32 to 400. Can you hustle more and do more than 5,000 a month wholesaling and assignment fees? Sure. What if we doubled it? What does that look like? Okay. You know, that's nice, right? Rental property. I feel like that might be more difficult to change, right? Our Airbnb pretty much stays the same. So I think you guys have to be like, unless you're going to add a bunch of different amenities and stuff, then you can raise the price. Or, you know, if there's an event going on in your city or like around your neighborhood, then you can, you know, raise prices and stuff for that. But overall, it's pretty much going to stay the same here. Coaching, you can definitely change. So let's say, I don't know, maybe you coach 10 people a month, right? Okay. You know, that's cool. Products, can you sell more than 5 products a day? Can you double that? And can you sell 10? And you guys, like, you have to think, it's not always one-to-one sales. You can run Facebook ads where if someone is on your email list, if they visited your website, if, you know, you can retarget them and show them your product, right? And retargeting ads usually have a lower cost per conversion or sale than like a cold ad to somebody, right? Because the person's already familiar with you. They visited your product page, your website, whatever it is. So they're more familiar and comfortable with you. And then flipping. Can we do, let's say, like 25 a quarter? Okay, look, that brought us a lot closer, right? So like we're reverse engineering our options and then some scenarios. And that way, you know, like when you're doing everything and you're putting together your goals, or like you need to be reminded of, you know, how am I going to be on track? How am I going to stay on track? You can come back to this and be like, all right, well, like, what are my numbers? Like these numbers should be posted by your computer, in your office, your bathroom mirror, so that you're reinforcing what you need to make every day, every week, every month, every quarter to make sure. So it's like for flipping, if you know, I mean, your first couple of flips are probably not going to be as profitable, but as you're gaining steam, as you're getting more experience and better, you know, all right, like I can't go under 25 for profit for this quarter for this flip, right? Like this is the bare minimum. This is what I have to make to stay on track, right? All right. So, any questions that you guys have for me? Anything like that? I think I've hit like the main industries as far as, you know, my audience and people who follow me. I know there's a delay, so I would wait. Yeah, and again, like, is it possible to do 1 million in a year? Maybe, right? Maybe. If you have capital, if you have savings, if you already have some of this stuff going and you can see where you can like crank it up, whether you have like a pre-existing job, business, ways to make money, can you amp it up to like pay for these other things to happen? Sure. If you're starting from scratch and like you have nothing set up, probably not, right? Unless like you've got like credit cards or savings and stuff where you can like pay to fast track yourself. But if you're starting from zero, you're starting from scratch, then probably not. In a year, 2 years, 3 years, absolutely, right? It's just how quickly are you going to get sales? And so, I feel like, okay, 100K is a great to start, but like, what would it take to get to 1 million, right? What do I need to do? How do I need to prepare myself to get to 1 million, right? Am I even charging enough right now to get to 100,000? And so I don't know. Before we go, I'll just do an example for 100,000, right? All right, so let me just break this down. I would love to offer a service to administrative professional. I just can't figure out what service to offer. So, Tosh, did I say your name right? I feel like it's Tosh the One Morgan. Is it Tosh? It's great to ask for our input, right? But if I were you, I would be looking for administrative professionals and having conversations with them to see what their needs and their pain points were. I'd be looking on like forums and message boards. I'd be in Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups. And I'm basically just looking for things that people are frustrated with, what they're complaining about, things like that. I want to hear it like directly from the person that I want to work with versus everyone's opinions who may not even be, in the industry or do that type of work, right? So you always want to get feedback and like kind of e-stock the person or the type of person that you want to work with and offer something to. Does that make sense? Okay, anyway, 100. Well, honestly, you should be shooting for like 135 because taxes and shit. Okay. So, yes. Okay, great idea. Okay, so client retainers, right? So let's just break this down. Let's just say you only want to make 135 from client retainers, right? So
Why was your phone dinging?
what, baby?
Why was your phone dinging?
My phone was not dinging.
I heard the develop.
Okay, maybe Vovo left her phone. All right, so let's just ignore all of this. Wow, why is it a hater? Oh, never mind. It's zeroed out because we just did everything here. Okay, so you want to 135 because you're going to have to pay taxes. You're going to have expenses. You should, as part of your expenses and your wage and stuff, you should be, yeah, should be like paying for your health care and stuff. Like you don't want to create a lower quality of life for yourself because you went into business for yourself, right? Okay, so then we know that.
Are you eating the marshmallow?
Yeah, there in a month, there's 160 technical quote unquote working hours. Okay, so this could be your hourly rate, right? I don't suggest charging hourly, But like, let's say with me, I know that for a launch package, right? 40 hours a month, let's say 80 hours a month go into me putting on a launch, right? So we're going to say 80 times 70. Okay. So this is going to be what I'm going to charge for a retainer if I'm doing like a full-blown, full-scale launch, right? And this is if it's like just me. Like, I'm never going to show my client the hourly rate. Like, this is what it is to work with me. There's a 3-month commitment, right? And these are the things that we're going to accomplish together. These are the outcomes we're going to have. It's not about hours worked. It's about what to be achieved working together to put your launch on, right? Brendan Dunn has an article about pricing. Let me drop that in here for you guys. There you go. So, you know, that's basically how I figure out my packages. If I wanted to make 135. Now, what I would suggest you guys do as far as like figuring out your pricing, which I don't know why we're talking about this, but I'll get into it. You want to figure out your business expenses, your basic living expenses, and then I call these like your thriving expenses, right? So like your business, you'll have your phone, you'll have internet. If you work from home, like you can ask your accountant, but you can like write off, you basically calculate like the square footage of a room and then figure out like, put a price to that from your rent, right? So like divide your rent by total square feet and then, you know, charge that. Or you can do like a percentage. Oh, sorry. My tooth hurts so bad. Oh, anyway. So you have your business expenses, Zapier, Asana, Google Domains, whatever else you need to use. And then here you have like the other portion of your rent. I think I have childcare under here too. You know, your groceries, utilities, home shit, right? And then you're thriving. So like, do you like to eat out once a week? Do you like to go to the movies? Your basic living expenses should include savings. You should have business savings as well. Profit First is a good book to read about allocating stuff by Michael something. Michael, I can't pronounce his last name. Right? And so then you put a price per month, right? So what does all this cost per month, right? And so then you're going to add up business plus living plus thriving, right? And you're going to get a total for the month. So let's say it comes to $6,000 for the month, right? And this is what covers you across the board so that your business is breaking even and you're saving, you have like your foundational shit at home taken care of, and and taxes, of course. And I like the budget 20% for taxes. Can be more or less depending. And then you're able to like go and have a life, right? You can put like your kid stuff under here, whatever it may be, right? And so then you're going to take this and then divide it by 160. And so that would be like your minimum hourly rate, right? And then, yeah, anyway, so that's another way to figure it out, right? Oh no, sorry, our example was 80. We did 80 working hours per month. All right, so you know, like for me to even work somebody, for this to even make sense, I can't create a package that, you know, I'm charging less than $75 an hour, right? For your readings, like if you're doing readings, you're going to take your monthly, I guess you can subtract anything you make from your day job and then divide the balance of that by however many hours left in the month you have to, you know, do, you know, your readings, calls, consult calls, coaching, whatever it may be, right? And, you know, that's what you need to charge. All right, last call for questions. If not, I'm going to hop off. I have a call in 15 minutes and I need to eat something. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Yeah, so after I hop off, you can just come back to this link right here, and this is where it'll be available. Yeah. All right, so if you found this valuable, will you tweet your biggest takeaway, tag me, and then use the hashtag listen to Ari, right? So tweet your number one takeaway and tag what the hell, and then I want to retweet you guys. I want to see what was the most valuable thing for you. And yeah, I'm curious, I'll email you shortly after this, with the replay, any links that I dropped here. I think it was just to the spreadsheet and Brendan stuff. And yeah, we can do more of these if you guys like them. I might do them like, maybe not the weekend, but maybe in the evenings. That might be a little bit easier. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I'm out of here, guys. I will talk to you on Twitter. Bye.